To honor our nation, please join me in our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good evening, and welcome to the commencement exercises in honor of the Shawnee Mission Northwest High School class of 2001. Tonight is a special evening, one that marks the end of formal public education for our students and at the same time signifies a new beginning in their lives. we pause to honor not only our students, but also those significant others in their lives that have led them to this wonderful occasion, their parents, families, teachers, and friends, without whose support their successes would not have been possible. We want everyone to enjoy this ceremony in the spirit in which it is offered, with happiness in our minds, with warmth in our hearts, and with dignity in our demeanor. Our senior class sponsors have worked diligently to ensure that all the details of wrapping up the senior year have been taken care of. Please join me in recognizing our sponsors seated tonight at the back of the class. Please stand, Mr. Dan Grumman and Mrs. Stephanie Hallier. Our national anthem was sung tonight by Anna Fillmore, the daughter of Maria and Millard Fillmore. Thank you, Anna, for a wonderful beginning to tonight's ceremony. Erica Ubben, the daughter of Keith and Amy Ubben, presents our opening this evening. Erica has served on student council for 4 years, holding the position of president during her senior year. She is a member of CCC, the editor-in-chief of Pinpoint, a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, the recipient of the Kansas PTSA Student of the Year Award and the Kansas State High School Activities Association Citizenship Award. Erica has been a 2-year academic letter winner, received awards for outstanding contribution to Northwest Publications, achievement in writing, and the President's Award for Academic Excellence. Most recently, Erica has been named the inaugural Student Council Member of the Year honoree.
They say you can't come home again, and you can't. They say it's all ending, and it is. But as much as Northwest has become like a second home to all of us, it's not the rooms or the hallways or the essays or the millions of math problems that make up this indescribable bond that we all have. It's the people and the feeling that we get when we're all together, when we're all cheering for something as one. And that's ours forever. Maybe you guys don't realize it, but every student here will be a part of you forever. Okay, think of the way you were freshman year, and then think of the person sitting here today. We've all changed so much, and these are the people that were here for that transformation. These are the people who helped you grow, and who may have even taught you some lessons about life. I thought about getting up here today and sharing some of the lessons that I've learned and some of the things I've had to face, and then relating those to you guys, but this speech isn't about me. And we've all had things to face, and we've all had lessons to learn. My thing, it happened to be death. And as scary as that sounds, I know some of you have also. And the lesson I learned, I know some of you guys already know, but if you don't, you need to learn it today. And that is, when it's all said and done, when this life is over, the thing you will miss is the people. I guarantee it. But maybe we do take people for granted. Maybe we've even taken each other for granted. Maybe we've even been a little bit less than kind to each other at times. But take a second to forgive yourself and to forgive each other. And just take a second to realize that you are going to miss high school, even if it's just the tiniest bit. You are going to miss the teachers and staff, and you're even going to miss each other. So maybe you can't take the school with you, but you can take the feeling with you, the feeling that this is one of those great moments in your life, one of those memories that you'll have with you always. And we're all in that together. We came here 4 years ago, terrified freshmen clinging to each other for fear of being mortified by an upperclassman. And today, it's all over. 4 years of your life that have changed you completely. And now we're leaving, but we're leaving together, just the way it should be. Okay, now I wanted to get you guys all a little something, and it may seem corny, but trust me, you'll be glad you have it. So just go along with me for a second. You can humor me. Okay, close your eyes. Please. Okay, close your eyes. and take in all the smells around you and all the sounds around you, like all your parents laughing at you now, and the way the cat feels on your head and the chair feels on your back. And now open your eyes and take in all the sights around you, who's sitting in front of you and next to you and all that. Okay, now you've made a memory. Etch it on your brain and take it with you wherever you go. And then maybe saying in 10 or 15 years, when you're driving the old minivan on the way to visit the folks and you got the kids screaming in the back, take a detour by the old alma mater, bring the memory out, and remember how you feel today as one, right now. Remember how lucky you were to be a part of each other's lives. So good luck, and for what it's worth, I'm really going to miss you guys.
Thank you, Erica. Our next speaker is Lauren Airy, daughter of Jeannie Miller and Doug Airy. Lauren has served this year as editor of The Lair, Student Council Executive Board Secretary, and Chairwoman of Student Voice. She is a 2-year member of National Honor Society, a varsity cheerleader, a letter winner in journalism, an academic letter winner, is a Kansas scholar, a Watkin-Berger scholar, and has been named to Who's Who among American high school students.
From where I stand, I see more than rows of caps and gowns. I see faces. And maybe I don't know your personal history or even your name, but I do recognize your face. Some of you I have known since the playground of Rising Star Elementary. Most of you, though, I have met in the classes, clubs, and crowded hallways of Northwest. These faces, our faces, form the graduating class of 2001. As the number has fluctuated and our faces have changed, we remain a class united by deadlines, parking problems, lunch lines, controversy, and crowds. In less than an hour, we will become the newest alumni of Shawnee Mission Northwest. And for this one night, forget the old cliques, the driver that cut you off in the parking lot at 2:45, and the time your best friend accidentally stole your crush. Tonight is not about administrators or class rank or what school sent you an acceptance letter. Appreciate that tonight is the last time that our class will sit side by side. Okay, so maybe high school hasn't been the action-packed adventure that Saved by the Bell once promised us, and not every minute of the last 4 years has been worthy of television. But I know that each of us can remember a moment or 2, or 50, that will always produce giggles, or tears, or both. These are the moments that will become our stories, our history. Years from now, when we forget names and faces begin to gray, then blur, and finally disappear, all we will have left are these stories, these moments. When in doubt, hold them close. Retain the rare lessons that carry beyond the walls of our classrooms. Our classmates, our teachers, and our friends have taught us to savor the details and seize opportunity, to respect integrity, honor, and strength, and to venture from our comfort zones and live in the real world. As frightened as I am to leave the people that have surrounded me and supported me for the past 4 years, I know that we are ready to receive these diplomas and take our first steps towards independence. Ready to stop worrying about a tardy bell, ready to explore and be inspired, ready to decide where and when and if we'll go to class. Whether these decisions lead you to the University of Kansas or Southern California, military service, or a 9-to-5 job, remember this moment and how it feels to be young and motivated and bold, how it feels to have a lifetime of decisions to make. As we cross this stage and switch our tassels, we take the first step in becoming ambitious and productive human beings. The people sitting here tonight will lend you a hand or a shoulder to make that journey a little easier. That journey starts today.
a special thank you and recognition to the Northwest Band, Orchestra, and Choir under the direction of Penny Sneed, Jeffrey Bishop, and Jack Ballard. Your performances tonight have been outstanding. And thank you, Lauren, for your remarks. Our final speaker this evening is Sue Gamble. Mrs. Gamble is a graduate of the University of Kansas with a degree in social work and is a longtime area realtor. She is a former member of the Shawnee Mission Board of Education, having served from 1987 to 2000, relinquishing her seat only after being elected to the Kansas State Board of Education last fall. Sue has served in numerous capacities during her tenure on the Shawnee Mission Board and is regarded as an expert in the local history of Northwest High School, where she has had both children and grandchildren attend school. For many years, Sue stood on this stage handing out diplomas and offering congratulations to Northwest graduates. Tonight, it is very special to welcome her back home to another Northwest commencement, this time as a speaker.
Thank you, Dr. Harrington. I am very privileged to be here tonight. I have stood on this stage. This would have been my 14th graduation. There's a couple of things that don't happen when you're not sitting on the stage. You don't get a parking place. So I'm way over in the South 40, and I'm not in cap and gown. I feel kind of naked. But I have kind of been around for a long time, and wanted to come back one last time to say thank you to the community for their support over the years. Our family, my maiden family before I married, and then my husband's and my family, have someone in this building virtually every year from the day it opened. And so that has given me an interesting perspective on the growth of the area. And some of you who probably have moved here in the 80s and 90s would have no idea about that. But when I first was elected to the Shawnee Mission Northwest Advisory Board in 1977, virtually the Northwest area was virtually everything west of I-35. We've shrunk a little since then as we have grown. When the school opened, there simply was not enough people, not enough students to fill it. I don't think that's a problem anymore. But it has been wonderful to watch it grow. And this particular graduating class, it occurred to me a couple of days ago, is a group of students that have been students in the district virtually the entire time that I was on the Board of Education. And so, again, that has also allowed me to watch growth in the community, because I have watched Northwest grow from a kind of stepchild. We used to call it the Shawnee Mission School District in the Northwest area, because we were always the different area. When the rest of the district was shrinking, we were growing. When the rest of the district was having to close schools, we were having to build schools. So it has always kind of been this pull within the district of what do you do with this group called the Northwest area. But you have done very well, and you can be very proud. This is a group of students that I have watched come through the system, and today the Northwest High School is second in the district academically, and I think you should be commended for that. As graduates, you really hate to have long speeches, so I'm not going to give one. But I did want to come back one last time to say thank you for the support of the Northwest area. I have been honored to serve you, and I am honored to continue to serve you on the State Board of Education. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments, Mrs. Gamble. It is my pleasure to present the special platform guests whom this evening are assisting with our ceremony. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Representing the Shawnee Mission Board of Education from the Northwest area, Mr. Greg Amos. From the East area, Mrs. Donna Bisfield. And at-large member, Mrs. Cynthia Neighbor. Representing our district administration, the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marjorie Kaplan. The Associate Superintendent Administrative Services Elementary, Dr. Joanne Grote. The Assistant to the Superintendent, Mr. Bill Frick. The Northwest Associate Principals, Dr. Sheila Sigmund, Mr. Eddie Leday, and Mr. Tom Moss. 4 faculty members have the honor of calling the roll of the class for the final time. Mr. Jim Andra, Mrs. Pam Fellingham, Mrs. Susan Massey, and Mr. Dave Mesh. We appreciate the contribution each of these special people make to the lives of our students. Thank you very much. Each year at Northwest, students who distinguish themselves in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character are admitted into membership of the Cougar chapter of the National Honor Society. Please note the names of these students in your program being designated with either a single or a double asterisk. In addition, please note students designated in other national categories of outstanding academic achievement. It is my pleasure to ask each of these specially designated students to stand and be recognized. One student deserves a special spotlight this evening. Matt Quigley, would you please stand? The Commission on Presidential Scholarship has named Matt a Presidential Scholar. He is only the 3rd student in our school's history to achieve this high honor, which is restricted to only 1 male and 1 female student per state. Matt will travel to Washington, D.C. in June to receive his Presidential Scholars Medallion. This award is based on a combination of SAT and ACT scores, overall scholarship, leadership, contributions to school and community, and exceptional accomplishments in diverse fields of interest. Matt, we're all very proud of you for this honor. Congratulations. At this time, the students who are to participate in the presentation of awards should move to the right side of the stage and report to Mr. Leday. It has been a long-standing tradition in the Shawnee Mission School District to recognize and support academic excellence. This has been done at each school's commencement exercise by presenting the top 10 scholars in the graduating class. Tonight, we are proud to carry on that tradition at Northwest. As your name is read, please come forward, and Mr. Greg Amos, member of the Board of Education, and Dr. Marjorie Kaplan, Superintendent of Schools, will make a special presentation to you commemorating your outstanding academic achievement. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been presented. I am proud to present the top graduates of the class of 2001 in alphabetical order. Wynn Cashin, son of Sally and John Cashin. Nicholas Frisbee, son of Al and Linda Frisbee. Clayton Fulgham, son of Gary and Terry Fulgham. Russell Kern, son of Bob and Patty Kern. Adam Larson, son of Lauren and Karen Larson. Katie Elizabeth Lula, daughter of James and Jeanette Lula. Matt Quigley, son of Dr. James C. and Jill Quigley. Ashley Roos, daughter of Rick and Karen Roos. Heather Roos, daughter of Rick and Karen Roos. Nicholas Sedelnik, son of Janice and the late Simon Sedelnik. Ladies and gentlemen, our top scholars. As we near the time for the presentation of the diplomas, we reflect upon the impact teachers have had on the lives of our students. The challenges presented to us by our ever-changing world demand that our students learn to a higher degree than ever before. The members of this graduating class have performed in an outstanding manner in meeting these challenges. The strength of Northwest lies in the excellence achieved in the work done between student and teacher. And just as we honor our graduates, tonight we must also honor our faculty and acknowledge their contributions to our students. At this time, it is a special honor for me to ask the following retiring members of our faculty to please stand and receive special recognition. Shay Ashley, Social Studies. Sandy Daigneault, International Languages. Pam Fellingham, Gifted Education. Dr. Sharon Weiber, Counseling. Nancy Wilson, Language Arts. Each one of these special folks is getting their own diploma, so it's kind of nice, and it's being presented by a special student in their lives. And now I'm proud to invite our entire faculty to please stand and receive our recognition. There comes a time in a ceremony like this where what you have written to read doesn't quite seem to be enough. And so I'm going to depart from my text for just a minute and do some things that just come from my heart. And I wish at this moment every mom and every dad in the audience could come down here and stand where I am and look out here at this class, find your own son or daughter and look them in the eye and say a few things. And I think if they were here, the first thing they would say is how much they love you and how much I love you. And they'd talk a little bit about how quickly these 4 years have gone by and what a wonderful job you've done growing up into the young man or the young woman that you have become. And they'd talk about how proud they are of you. And they'd probably talk a little bit about, gee, I wish I would have done some things differently, or I wish we would have taken a little more time, but it kind of got away from us. But we're here tonight, and we're doing this thing together as we've been together for 4 years. And it's been a very special time. And I will say to you as a class and as individuals that I'm very proud of you. You've done a tremendous job in representing our school, yourselves, your family, our community. And Northwest High School is something very special these days, and it's because of kids just like you. And they'd probably say, reluctantly, goodbye. We're going to miss you, and we will. One final reminder to our audience. As we read the names of the class, please do not spoil anyone's opportunity to clearly hear their child's name read. Everyone's cooperation with this will be appreciated. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marjorie Kaplan, for the formal presentation of the graduating class.
Members of the Board of Education, faculty, administrators, parents, and guests, the students who will be receiving their diplomas this evening have passed all requirements for graduation according to the laws of the state of Kansas and the policies of the Shawnee Mission Board of Education. I am pleased to recommend to you that the class of 2001 be awarded their diplomas. Thank you.
Catherine Abbey. Clint Robert Adams. Justin Agri. Amanda Brooke Aird. Lauren Airy. Sarah Alden. Jessica Marie Amir. Melissa Amos. Erin Ashley Anderson. Lindsay Anderson. Mallory Anderson. Nicholas Brandon Anderson. Nicole Anderson. Sean Michael Anderson. Brett David Armstrong. Rima Tawfiq Asfour, Emnet Ashanafi, John Tyler Baker, Carolyn Jean Baldwin, Stephanie Lee Baldwin, Zachary Thomas Berry, Justin L. Batts, Brittany Renee Beatty, Matthew Beckner, Daniel Befakadu, Samson Wandamu Badasso, Russ Michael Beffert, Christina Marie Belsner, Nathaniel Colby Benham, Lindsay Berry, Lori Ann Bettis, Padmapriya Bhattar, Anne Marie Bancouli, Michael Billigmeyer, Shannon Blackwell, Kelly Elizabeth Blanford, Debbie Blocker, Lacey Bloyd, Kelly Colette Bohr, Scott Boland, Myra Bolanos, Joshua Bowling, James Bondurant, John A. Burrell, Jared W. Botteron, Patrick Bramlett, Christopher Michael Brayman, Kyle R. Brennan, William Bricker, Kendra Constance Brody, Andrea Renee Brown, Cindy Ann Brown, Shauna Christine Brown, Walter Brown, Patricia Bruner, Stephen Bryant, Susan Lynn Buckmaster, Bernard James Budenbender, Seth Budimlaja, John Bukavaz, Daniel Joseph Birch, Amber Lene Berdalski, Cammie Christine Burgess, Jamie Lynn Butterfield, Hillary Rose Kamak, Wesley Kyle Cannon. Brett William Cantrell. Sarah Carr. Kylie Sue Carter. Wynn Cashin. Bryce Castor. Chelsea Nicole Chandler. Mackenzie Lane Charlton. Anne Michelle Chastain. Zachary Clare. Sarah Colleen Clevenger. Elaine Allison Cobb. Nicholas Combs. Ashley Raquel Conley. Amber Consuegra. Christine Cooper. Melanie Elizabeth Cooper. Jessica Ruth Corser. Reed Cox. Jennifer Ashley Kraft. Crystal Crane. Audrey Jo Kress. Desiree Cruz. Derek Ryan Cudney. Ray Cunningham. Ashley Dahl. Danielle Nicole Davey. Aaron Edward Davis. Rudy E. Davis Jr. Brian Nathaniel Dean. Lauren Michelle Debiak. Mehmet Dedinya. Tyler Deeds. Jacob Patrick Dink. Lorraine DeRue. Lindsay Marie Durr. Godam Beret Desai. Dustin DeWitt. Sheena Dinfan. Joshua Cash Debley. John Donovan. Andrea Danielle Dost. Megan Kathleen Dowdy. Lindsay Marie Downey. Paul Allen Dreer. Heather Ann Drumright. Denise Dawn Dreyer. Jessica Brooke Dubin. Brian J. Durham. Melissa K. Durheim. Leah Dutton.
J.C. Easley. Carla Marie Eden. Jeffrey M. Edmonds. Bradley Emerson. Kristen M. Estes. Timothy Ficus. Abdi Fattah Abdullahi Farah. Kadra Abdullahi Farah. Brandy Fichter. Anna M. Fillmore. Kyle A. Fitzgerald. Andrew M. Fleming. Anne Megan Flynn. Kevin Ford. Jarrett F. Foster. Lauren Foster. Grant Franklin. Justin French. Nicholas Sean Frisbee. Clayton V. Fulgham. Jill C. Funston. Chevelle Galton. Jotika Gambier. Larissa Ann Gamble. Emily Teresa Gam. Stacy Lynn Garza. Alexander McDonald Gerling. Sarah Giesman. Leah Danielle Goebel. Jacqueline Alexandra Golan. Miles Gorham. Ivan Goskirk. Bradley Gottabed. John Robert Graham. Sarah Granger. Tania Louise Graves. Christina Gray. Kevin Lee Green. Riley Kathleen Greenhaw. Catherine Marie Greenwood. Tamara Sue Grover. Kyla Marie Gunkler. Courtney Lee Gunter. Ryan Drew Haydenfeld. Teddy Halamariam. Elizabeth Luce Harmon. Jennifer Lynn Hart. Zenith Hassan. Erin Marie Hauber. Jennifer Ann Haberdink. John Haberkamp. Carrie Elizabeth Hayes. Brandon Haynes. Catherine Lee Heckert. Cullen James Hennon. Allison Henry. Jennifer Dolan Herdman. Tracy Nicole Herndon. Kristen Marie Hewlett. Andre C. Hicks. Casey James Hicks. Allison Denise Higgins. Kristen Ann Hinkle. Heather Ann Holting. Keno Hoffman. Benjamin Holmes. Peter Harris Holmes. Jesse Miles Holscher. Stephen Holsworth. Matthew Hoover. Nichelle Renee Horner. Jeremy Lee Horseman. Jennifer Ann Hotchkiss. Kevin Hudson. Brenton Huey. Stephen James Huggins. Jacqueline Renee Hughes. Armintie Miche Hunt. Mitchell Lee Hunt. Ali Jawad Husseini. Ronald Houston, Jr. Jennifer Nicole Engel. Lance W. Johansson. Andrea Cora Johnson. Christopher W. Johnson. Joy Renee Johnson. Mary Virginia Johnston. Rebecca Joins. Danielle Marion Jolly. Megan Lee Jones. Rustin Jones. Marissa K. Joseph. Shannon Elizabeth Judge. Ann Elizabeth Cars. Russell Edward Kern. Peter Alexander Kelly. Joseph Kelly. Michael James Kendall. Justin Lloyd Kennedy. Emily Elizabeth Kerr. Amy Catherine Kirsten. Andy Kim. Sung Tae Kim. Sarah Nicole Kimberly. Clayton Douglas Kimmy. Scott David King. Marcus William Klein. Joseph Knapp Loomis. Chelsea Knickerbocker. Candace Konechny. Jeanette Crapes. Matthew David Krieg. Catherine Bethany Krager. Justin Luther Croman. Carol Ann Kirstelich. Megan Lori Kabitsky. Stacy Aaron Layden. Amber Elizabeth Lafferty.
Ashley Lauren Lafferty. Amanda K. Lang. Colin LaJoy. Evan Patrick Lance. Adam Joseph Larson. Stephanie Suzanne LeClaire. Justin R. Lee. Melinda Lee. Merritt Lemons. Kelsey Lynn Lilich. Calvin Edward Locklear. Joseph Long. Anne Christine Longhibler. Robert Nicholas Lovell. Katie Elizabeth Lula. Kevin Patrick McDonald. Marissa Ann McKay. Catherine D. Model. Crystal Dawn Madrigal. Benjamin Manis. Rebecca Mank. Stephanie Mansker. Bobby Lee Mars. Anna Elizabeth Mon. Brian Joseph Maurer. Melissa Diane Moslin. Allison Logan Mayer. Lindsay Michelle Mayer. James Thomas McCamish. Brett Wilson McCracken. Alicia Dawn McDougall. Kylie Christine McGowan. Tigalee Yumina McHenry. Paul Scott McKenzie. Andrew Brian McMahon. Michael Sean McNally. Michael Joseph Meyer. Timothy Meyer. Adrian Nicole Mendoza. Bonnie Nancy Meyer. Evan Myers. Calvin Michael Book. David William Miller. Kyle W. Miller. Niana Miller. Adam Menard. Christopher R. Marakian. Melinda Catherine Moore. Scott Michael Morris. Caitlin Marie Morrison. Aaron Morrison. Sandra Lee Morton. Deepal P. Munsif. Sarah Catherine Nakbar. Christina Elizabeth Nash. Daryl Keith Nelson. William Newberger. Amanda Beth Newell. Anne Wynn. Nuyet Wynn. Nathan Vern Nice. Thomas Scott Nicholson. Andrew Omis. Axel Richard Olson. Rachel Opdyke. Jade Sierra Opper. Sarah Jolene Osborne. Oscar Ruben Osario. Carmen Dawn Parker. Christopher Parker. Daniel Robert Parrott. Jennifer Parrott. Adam Parsons. Deepak Patel. Ghanshyam Govind Patel. Prakash Patel. Julia Marie Patrick. Natalie Ann Patrick. Crystal Lynn Paxson. Holly Christine Pesic. Adam Pasetto. Charles Lee Peterson. Parini Patarapongdilak. Andrew Roger Phelps. Laura Michelle Pickle. Marie Plummer. John Andrew Pointlin. Shannon Portillo. Patricia Price. Jennifer Lane Pritchard. Patricia Prohaska. Christopher Pruitt. Jolynn Marie Huskus. James Matthew Quigley. Jennifer Lynn Quinlan. Michael Rabb. Aaron Ashley Rafferty. Jason Philip Randall. Abhishek Ray. Alex Redcorn. Joel Reed. Shannon Lee Reed. Rebecca Reeder. Ashley Ann Reese. Keith Richer. Nicholas Cameron Riley. Jason Paul Reardon. Timothy Brian Robbins. Enya Rocha. Patrick Thomas Rohr. Rosalina Marica Romero. Ashley Dawn Roos. Heather Nicole Roos. Monica Roos. Rebecca Ann Rose.
Stephen Ross. Bryson Carl Rumpel. Megan Renee Rumpel. Brian Russell. Justin Sadler. Travis Saunders. Seth Sandy. Carl Leo Schoenberger. Jason Schieber. Eric Patrick Schleicher. Corey Richard Schnabel. Elizabeth Marie Schranz. Michael S. Schrager, Jr. Sarah Beth Schultz. Stacy Rebecca Schwartz. Christina Elizabeth Scott. Nicole Ray Scott. Samantha Laurel Scott. Michael Edmund Scrivani. Brian Joseph Seaton. Stacy Renee Service. Brianna Scheffler. Audrey Lynn Shelton. Sheena Kathleen Shippey. Whitney Kate Schultz. Aaron Shuey. Samantha Joe Schuster. Nicholas Sedelnik. Nikki Singh. John Smith. Christopher Smith. Tiffany Smith. Robert Smizer. Jamie Lee Snyder. Laura Elizabeth Snyder. Laura Lynn Soltvet. Neha Sood. Jamie Ann Southern. Sherry Michelle Spangler. James A. Springer. Mary Nicole Spurgeon. Kimberly Jane St. John. Lauren Elizabeth Stagner. David Stanton. Jeffrey Scott Starkey. Jessica Lynn Stern. Christine Renee Storer. Carl Stromberg. Alicia Stewart. Catherine Sullivan. Stephanie Swisher. Ryan Joseph Storch. Chad Daniel Talbot. Emily Catherine Taylor. Jacob Tenpenny. Sion Tesoma. Lisa Marie Thady. Pooja Thakur. Sarah Christine Thill. Brian Todd. Andrew Michael Tomasich. Jeffrey Tompkins. Evan Paul Turin. Sarah Elizabeth Townsend. Brittany Dawn Trupka. Rebecca Ann Turner. Jeannie Marie Tuttle. Megan Marie Twait. Douglas E. Ubben, Jr. Erica Jean Ubben. Todd G. Ubben. Courtney Michelle Vancura. Jacob Vandervelde. Talina Louise Vondeman. Sean Michael Varner. Matthew J. Verts. Deanna Lee Victor. Robert Volenweider. Kellen Renero Voss. Jane Elizabeth Wallace. William L. Walls. Justin R. Waters. Jennifer Aaron Watkins. Joshua Ware. Allison Louise Weir. Brad Vernon Weller. Ashley Wendler. Eric Worley. Jameson Daniel West. Heather Marie Wetzel. Benjamin Richard White. Kristen Michelle White. Taylor Suzanne White. Dustin Wilhelmi. Tabitha Renee Willard. Matthew Williams. Zachary Michael Wilmore. James Brett Wilson. William Winkler. J. Clayton Winters. Tiffany Marie Worth. Joshua Jeffrey Wolf. Catherine Lee Wolf. Paul Woods. Kimberly Louise Woodson. Christopher John Wyatt. Annalisa Marie Yarborough. Ralph Yates. Callie Yater. Shania Elaine Yeomans. Elizabeth Ann Eunice. Matthew Ryan Young. Eric Yurkovich. Abby Zahner. Joseph E. Zarda. Jonathan D. Zimmerman. Kristen Bagby Zook.
Our time has come to say farewell to the experiences that have shaped our lives and to the memories that we hold so dear.
As we leave, we recall with fondness all that we've enjoyed with our teachers, our friends, and our families.
No matter where we go in life, we take a little piece of each other everywhere.
As we look back on these special times and every moment we've shared together, we recognize that tonight is just the beginning.
To all of those who have touched our lives, God bless you. We leave our love and appreciation.
Will the members of the class of 2001 please stand? And now, to indicate our status as graduates of Shawnee Mission Northwest High School, please join me in changing our tassels.
To honor our alma mater and for the final time as a class, please join with us in singing our school song.
You guys know it.
you.